It's actually an honour to speak here in English tonight. It holds a very special place in my heart. My late husband came to Yeshivat Har Zion after school, and we came back together for a few months after we were first married for him to keep learning. So thank you very much. I lost my husband 7 years ago. At the time, our children were 8, 5, 2.5, and 6 months old. I won't even begin to describe to you everything that we lost in our life at the time, but one of the things that really surprised me was we were actually distanced even from our community, our friends, and even family members. No one really knew how to handle us. Our entire world had changed, and we could actually no longer relate to anyone in our lives, or even any moment, every moment he wasn't there. A Siddur presentation suddenly became another time he wasn't there. Rather than being happy and proud of my child, I was just crying. A football game became another time he wasn't there watching the kids score a game. I was a bit naive. When we made Aliyah 2 years later, I thought we'd come to Israel and sort of be understood more. I'm very grateful I was wrong. I don't actually wish that anyone in our life did understand us. But we found ourselves again a little bit isolated until we came across the Koby Foundation. From the first moment my son went to his first camp, we just belonged. We were no longer, as you see me tonight, Daniela the Almana, but just Dani and her children. Rather than the grief that we had being this crushing weight that isolated us from everyone, it unified us, and because we understood everyone, we were able to be integrated from the fringes of society to just being. Whether the kids choose to speak about it or not, whether we choose as parents to speak about it or not, we understand that everyone around us is going through the same thing. And so it allows us just to put that grief down for a few moments and to just be. I'm a very good Jewish mother. I feel guilt all the time for everything I can't give my children. But when I'm at Camp Koby, actually my children for the first time are completely happy. I know it's Zeich in the Mikdash. I know that the reason we crush the glass under the chuppah is to remember we don't have the Beit HaMikdash. But also a part of it is that we should never be totally happy until we have the Beit HaMikdash. I've often wondered about families like us needing that, because in truth, no moment in our lives will ever be fully happy, except at Camp Koby. My children are too young to live their lives every moment missing that bit of joy, and they deserve to be fully happy. And when they're in the community that we found at the Koby Foundation, they really are, and at least for those moments, I have no mommy guilt. They are really just happy. Last week, I was contacted by a mother who had lost her husband, and she has 2 teenage girls. She said exactly what I feel. No one understands them, they don't really belong. And can you help me encourage them to come to camp? They're just a bit shy. So I asked my 15 and 12-year-olds, what advice would you give them? If you'll indulge me, I'll read their messages. My 12-year-old daughter said, when I first went, I didn't know anyone, and within the first minute we all started making jokes and having fun. And I'm not just saying that, it actually is just that nice there. My 15-year-old said, it took me a few minutes to find friends, but then their friends became my friends too. And then we all became this big family that we have forever. We all understand each other, and you have nothing to worry about. I don't know how the Mandel family were able to pull themselves out of the grief that they felt to understand the importance that this organization had, but I'd like to take this time to thank Eliana, her parents, and everyone who volunteers in the organization and makes it possible, and especially all of you. No pressure to the comedians coming on, but I hope it's a fantastic show tonight. And while you're all laughing there, I'd like you to know that your support and your contribution makes the world of difference. Really, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.